Only about a third of people actually have a mentor, but 3 out of 4 people say that mentorship is critical, and almost everyone who does have one, they say that mentorship has been life changing for them. So there's a gap between that, if you didn't notice, is huge. The problem isn't necessarily the desire to have a mentor, it's access and also time, right? So the question that we'll be covering throughout this video is, how do we make mentorship work when our calendars don't always line up, right? And also, what happens when you're a great mentor, but you're not consistent? Because popcorn got me. For most mentors, for most mentors, the biggest challenge isn't knowledge. Let's be honest, it's consistency. It's one of my challenges, right? You have the experience, you know, and you care about helping other people. Your mentees even tell you all the time that your advice matters. However, your schedules, they don't align. Like I said earlier, your schedules are packed, obligations creep up, and life just spontaneously happens, and we can't control what happens when it comes to life. And I'll be honest, right? Even myself looking at my own calendar, it's crazy to say out loud, but I only have 2 more free weekends left in 2025, and it's currently August 24th, right? Crazy. And I know those 2 weekends probably will not stay open. And I'm not neglecting other people, kind of, like I have my own things going on, but it's really just like the logistics behind my schedule, and I know what I'm working on. But also, sometimes, there can be another problem, which we're talking about today. I do want to emphasize that some mentees expect mentorship to be like weekly coffee chats or like, daily calls. And I don't know about you. I don't have that type of time. I'm just being honest. I don't have that type of time. And when that doesn't happen, the daily calls, the weekly calls, whatever it is, expectations fall out of sync. Maybe I'll fall off a little bit, whatever it is. And mentors start to feel guilty. I'm speaking from experience, right? I definitely have in the past. And honestly, I currently still do about some situations. But what I realize is, or at least what I'm telling myself, and you can let me know if you agree or disagree in the comments, mentorship isn't about how often you show up. It's about the impact when you do. And there's research to back it up. In the corporate world, mentees are promoted about 5 times more often, and mentors 6. Both groups are likely to stay at their companies. Mentorship works. Simple as that. Don't argue with me, argue with the facts. It's just the structure is what gets in the way, right? So, how does mentorship work when you can't meet on a regular basis? It truly does come down to the richness of the interactions. That's what I've noticed from my experience, not necessarily the repetition, because most people won't always remember when a conversation happened, but they do remember the clarity and the confidence that they were able to walk away with once they were able to get their question answered. For example, I once had a live Instagram live, answered a quick question. Months later, the person came back to me, was like, hey, you took like 5 minutes to answer my question, but it had a massive impact on the way I prioritize and do my decision making. No recurring calls, no daily meetings, weekly meetings, none of that. One call, rich interaction, had a massive impact on them. And one thing I'm seeing within my generation, Gen Z, right? This makes sense. We see learning as something that's essential, but we don't always look at it as we have to have a traditional sit down conversation. We don't always have to talk every single day or go to a coffee shop or anything like that. For us, mentorship can be, podcasts, books, recorded clips, YouTube, whatever it is, whatever you are able to get access to at the moment. And yes, consistency still matters. Don't get me wrong on that. But it doesn't have to be every single month at 3 p.m. Doesn't have to be every single day, 3 p.m., whatever it is, right? But having those dependable stories, resources, frameworks, guides, whatever it is that people can go back to over and over and over again is what gets people those results. And this is where content truly changes the game for all of us, right? By recording your insights, your short videos, your essays, your thoughts, podcast clips, whatever it is, your YouTube videos, you're able to capture the lessons that you would normally share across the table or call with somebody, and you're able to post it and it'll be available for somebody at any time. And whenever you're able to share, let's just say like personal stories, personal anecdotes, whatever it is, right? And you're able to incorporate those clear lessons that have actionable steps in them, right? People are still able to pull the valuable information. And that's why I started creating content focused on value, because I couldn't sit here and commit to weekly calls, and I still can't, right? But the results that I've seen time after time, year after year, from people reaching out saying, "Hey, I read this video, I read this book, I watched this video, I listened to this podcast, and I'm able to go back to it and I still get massive value." That's what makes me want to continue making content like this as a mentor that knows that I can't be there every single day, or I can't be there every single week. And when you think about it, this is scaled mentorship in a way, right? A way for you to put content out to have actionable and practical lessons that you're able to teach multiple people. But anyway, as I start to wrap up this little yapping session on mentorship, I want to pose the idea that mentorship doesn't have to be about proximity, right? It can be recorded content, books, blog posts, notes, whatever it is. And you're able to still have and leave a massive impact on your mentees, your audience, maybe even your future mentees and audience, excuse me. So here's my challenge for you. If you're a mentee, think of one mentor, right, who has shaped you, who has helped you a lot, even if it's from a distance, right? I want you to revisit one recorded video, one book, whatever it is, blog post that has a piece of advice. And I want you to read it, listen to it, consume it, and share with someone else as well. But also, more importantly, actually take action on that piece of content so you can get some progress, you can get some value, and an immediate return on it as well. And if you're a mentor, I want you to create just one piece of content, short advice that people can access anytime, whether it's a YouTube video like this, a blog post, a podcast episode, whatever it is. Individuals are able to revisit every single month, day, week, whenever they need it. It's truly about leaving that lasting impact for someone. And sometimes the distance between us doesn't necessarily dilute the impact that we may have. It can multiply it, right? And that's the beauty of what I'm calling in this video scaled mentorship. So those are my challenges for you too. If you're a mentee, find some content. If you're a mentor, create some content, because at the end of the day, we understand that life gets in the way. Life is busy. We can't always commit to showing up every single day for other people, because let's be honest, we need to show up for ourselves. So I want us to continue to grow. And this is a way that we're able to grow on our own time. But that's all I have for today. Catch you on the next video.